Record. There we go. Right. Welcome, everybody. Good morning. So Thursday morning. We've had a pretty up and down week so far. Had a good few, solid trades yesterday. Let's have a look at pounds. We're in two trades this morning. We're in GBP USD and we're in Euro USD as well. Both here. I was monitoring USD CAD, but it just didn't quite line up to what I wanted. I didn't like this here, and I was very tempted to enter after this bearish candle here, but I decided to hold off. Also, gold, I've been monitoring. What I want to see from gold, we're starting to get our collection here. Yeah. All right. So we obviously had Asia. No, sorry, that is not Asia. Asia is here. So let me just mark up Asia for everyone, and then you can see what I'm talking about here. There we go. Right. So the chat is on. If you want to message me, it's host only. So yeah, this green line's 4 hour. So I'm just letting people in. And it's the Asian high here. All right, we've broken through, which is brilliant. It's what we've obviously wanted. We obviously wanted it to break through here. Because we wanted to take out any, any guys trying to sell, but we also want to encourage the buyers into the market too. So currently, what it looks like here is orders are kind of building up. Now, what I want to see is a bit of direction, right? Just I'm not looking to push this. I'm just looking to push it to the previous daily. I think it's the previous daily high. Yeah, previous daily high here. That's what I'm interested in. But I'm just gonna monitor this here. Right. One of the key things which I am monitoring at the moment is dollar, which is going against us at the moment. How's pound? Yeah, pound's in a bit of profit. Euro currently not looking too great. We're challenging this high here. So I'm monitoring this 100 here on the dollar. It's a very key level here. As you can see, we markets gapped open. It's all on the expectation that potentially there might not be a rate cut. There might be a rate cut. It's all hype. I personally just think it's a bit of a sell off. So yeah, I just want to monitor this here because if this holds and continues, we might potentially come up and close this gap here. We've got this gap to close here, which we might potentially look to close, but we'll wait and see. I think if this breaks, then we're obviously in for a bit of a ride to the downside, which will mean we'll be closing out GBP USD and we'll be closing out Euro. Well, Euro not looking great, but we'll just keep an eye on it at the moment. Um, there we go. So, oh, as always, I go through for those of you who haven't logged on here. I go through a bit of a routine in regards to what you want to be looking at every single morning that you are trading. So you want to be taking an eye on risk. We've obviously identified where the dollar is. Yes, it's starting to break through. It looked like we were going to hold, but obviously we now know that we need to monitor dollar on this 100 area here. We need to find out what is going to happen. Is it going to continue and come and potentially test these lows here, or is this 100 level going to hold? So everyone should have that marked up on their DXY, all right, because it is going to be very important overall. Then you want to be obviously monitoring risk. Are we what's the stock market doing? Where's money flowing into? We've obviously got the stock market about 0.3% down. All right. That means there's not much money being flooded into US companies. There's actually more being taken out. So obviously that's not great for the dollar. We've obviously then got the 10-year yields as well. I'm expecting these to drop a bit anyway. So because I do think they've been quite solidly trending, and obviously that's what's been keeping the dollar at the point of where it is. So that's obviously wait and see how how that one pans out here. Um, then we obviously want to be having a little bit of an overview on news. We've got a very big day for the pound. All right, we obviously got we got an interest rate decision, not due to cut, which is obviously positive and negative. It means obviously that inflation is a little bit out of control. If they don't cut, if they do cut, I think pound could do very well at 12. One thing you have to notice with the pound, we obviously that they show the amount of votes, and there's nine votes in the Bank of England, and then that's obviously what we want to monitor here. We want everyone to be on the same page here. Yeah. All right. And so we don't want too many. If they don't cut, or we basically want everyone majority. A bigger majority to obviously have unchanged, right? If we had say five and four wanted to hike, or four wanted to cut, so it only just comes through, then we obviously know then that we're in for a bit of a ride, because there's a lot of indecision in the Bank of England. So we obviously need to be a bit aware of that, when we're obviously, looking into it. Um, Apart from that, we obviously got the meeting minutes. Then Bailey speaking at 12:30, and then obviously we've got some CAD news. Not really a lot. We've got Macklem speaking. Yeah, so today's going to be pretty much dominated by the pound. Let's just have a look at our GBP USD trade. I think we've just been stopped out on euro, which is okay. And then it's going to start to tumble. You watch. It is what it is. This is trading. We had this yesterday. USD CAD too. So gold, right? Let's go with gold here. Obviously, we've got this nice build up of orders here. I do, like I said, what I'd like to see is a little bit of a breakout here, and then just a little retest anywhere into this area here. It can even tap it, and then obviously this continuation to the downside. I'd like it to come and test this previous daily high, but at least Asia, at least the Asian high. I don't think there is that much lack of strength for it not to achieve that. So we'll obviously have to wait and see how that one pans out. So that is obviously one. Um, Yen is flying. All right, to put it politely, flying. If we did our one thing that I normally do, if you guys haven't been on here before, I've let everyone in from the free channel today as well. So basically I do strength of pairs in the morning, so it's top performing against obviously lowest performing, so top performing Swiss, and then obviously yen, because yen is up against everything apart from Swiss, and then we got euro closely followed, AUD, we got GBP, we've got CAD, we've got USD, and then we've got NZD at the bottom. All right, this is our strength. One of the members actually has been trialing the strategy that I mentioned the other day, where 7 a.m. you do your strength of pairs and you take your top three, and then you basically sell them against the bottom. And yeah, he's been doing very well. So it's maybe that's a strategy that I will look into doing a recording on, because yeah, if you wake up early, it's brilliant because you can just enter nice one to two, so one to two, and then obviously you can just let them ride. So yeah, um, let's wait and see. Like I said, look at this dollar reacting. I'm telling you, Euro's going to drop. Just our stops were a bit tight. Look at that. I hate it when this happens. Just now. It happened to us yesterday as well. But there we go. Pound should be coming, starting to reject nicely, and should see a tail off. And then obviously gold is, lagging. I do like gold where it is. I would like to, see a little bit of a tail off. We do even have a key level here that everyone should be aware of, which is 4,000. So even if it comes down into this area, that's a pretty good trade. That'll be about 70 pips there, So yeah, just to make everybody aware, that's not a bad little trade, move there. But we do need to see, some kind of a tail off here, in regards to what we're kind of aiming for here. But let's wait and see. We might even see a little spike out before we get this move here. But this is one which I am monitoring here. I might even put this one in the group. So if you just hold with me 2 seconds, I'm just going to put this one in the group. All right, here we go. Try and find gold. We are gold. Um, I can do it. It's fun. Right. So I always put on gold trades. I always put high risk. But yeah, high risk gold. But we shall wait and see how that one pans out. But obviously, this all depends on how dollar strengthens. So let me just have a quick look through the chat, and then obviously Archie, hiya, Phil, morning Dan. How does the key level work? Well, you obviously want to look at key levels here on a higher time frame. Gold's not the best example because obviously we're trending at all time highs. But if I was to say on a daily and put the 4,000 level here. So it's just a round number. Think about it. There's lots of institutes and computers work around round numbers only. You won't have like 4,081.33. All right, it will just be a solid round number in regards to obviously what it is gonna enter at. So if we're looking at, say, for example, this key level here, which would be 4,000, it has to be. I'm going to mark it in a slightly different color. Let's do a blue. All right. Price, should always get drawn into it. You can see here how many reactions we've obviously had off of it here. It's broke through. Where's it come back and retested this area here before obviously continuing to the downside. So remember to obviously enter this gold trade. We obviously want to see the confirmation that it's going to move to the downside. Look at euro. This has annoyed me, man. GBP flying nicely, but that has annoyed me. Look at that. Probably one pep. I mean, we did have a very, very, safe to stop loss there. 5 pips because we obviously weren't targeting much. But obviously, yeah, it's still irritating. So let's wait and see. But obviously, GBP should more than make up for it. So let's wait and see. And obviously, gold here too. Just monitoring this. It could be that we've had our nice little breakout here, and then we're obviously hoping to continue to the downside. So let's wait and see. Apart from that, that's all I'm really going to be looking at this morning. not a lot. Potentially, yen I'm going to monitor for this afternoon. Pound was one that I was looking at, but I just don't like it. We've obviously got this consolidation here on the hourly. All right, if we go down the time frame, still consolidating, 15 minutes still consolidated, looking like we're breaking out. Is this for fake out? Pound's not particularly strong, so we obviously need to be aware of that. But yeah, we just want to be, yeah. I just don't like it. Yen's obviously not, it's been hammering, but not by that, much. So let's wait and see obviously how this one kind of plays out here. But yeah, so yeah, right. That's about it from me. I'll be back at 2 p.m. Um, and yeah, let's make sure that we smash it. Should be a good day today. And then yeah, we've obviously got this pound news at 12, so I'm going to keep everyone in the inner circle updated, so that we can make sure we ride the wave. Remember, you always want to create a wave, or you want to wait for the wave to be created by fundamentals, then you want to hop on it and ride it. So yeah, have a good one, guys.